problem was there weren't that many options. And I said this on Wednesday's show. I wasn't just bloviating. You could just look at who's out there. Yeah, did they send out a feeler to the 85 champ? Yeah, but there's not much there. Did they send out a feeler to Max Holloway? Yeah, but not available. That was the only one that was really kind of in play for Chandler to stay on the card. But the hope was that on Chandler's side that they would just wait a couple months and fight Conor maybe August or September. Let's see what happens there. There was never much to the Charles Oliveira stuff or anything like that. The hope really rested on Alex Pereira, and I stress Alex Pereira because Yuri was in. Yuri was in as of last week. They needed him to be, and credit to him for that. Alex Pereira is the champion. And what a freaking run! What a freaking legend this guy is.
UFC are the best at pivoting in situations like this. Big shout out to Hunter Campbell, Mick and Sean, Dana. Big shout out Hunter. You texted me. I texted you back. You ain't respond. We gotta talk about that. At least respond to it, brother. You feel me?
Kevin Holland posted a picture of Michael Chandler looking so old, dude. It looks so real, dude. It shows him all kind of old, white, white beard. It's just waiting for Conor, but it's what it is. I do believe Conor is ready, and I think, at this point, I mean, it's all going to prepare both men to be 100%.
There's some guys that would jump in there, whether they're closer to 80 or not, they jump in there. So Michael Chandler, this is just more time for you to prepare. Of course, I know it sucks, but this should make you even hungrier. This should make you even more upset and prepare a lot more. So when you do get that opportunity to go in there, you're able to, take full advantage of that.
I don't even want to sound cocky. I hate sounding cocky and arrogant. But when I fought Jim, my plan was just to show that we don't belong in the same ring together, you know what I'm saying? And with Patty, it's no difference, But I'm not trying to come off cocky and arrogant. I just want to show y'all our skills don't match up, I'm just saying.
What have you made of Ian Gary, the fighter in the cage, and then Ian Gary, the personality, in terms of how he's promoted himself so far on his UFC run?
Yeah, I think he's actually a talented fighter. So yeah, I think nothing that I haven't seen before, but is a talented fighter. But in terms of his personality, I don't know if it feels a bit fake. It feels a bit like he's just trying too hard to be famous. And I think, people don't like that, which is why he's got such a negative appeal online. Yeah, I don't read into it too much. I don't really care. He's just another step on the ladder to get to the top. So, we're gonna have a little bit of bants, which I like to do anyway, a little bit back and forth, which creates some more excitement for the fight. But end of the day, it's what happens in the cage.
When you close your eyes and you envision this fight playing out, how do you give him the very first loss of his career?
It's interesting because I've got about 10 different ways to hurt this guy, and they're all horrible. So he can pick.
Yo,
What's going on with your face, bro?
I
It's
got
all red.
I got elbowed, punched,
You got a black
kneed.
What are you doing this week?
I got kneed in the mouth.
What are you doing this week?
At wrestling camp.
Wrestling camp is
I got
nasty,
kneed
ain't
in
it?
the mouth.
What happened?
I was doing a drill and then he kneed me in my mouth.
Oh, did it hurt? Oh, wrestling stuff, ain't it? Kind of sucks.
Not really.
The weird thing is, I've only lost my temper once in a fight.
What was the fight where you lost your temper?
Oh, when I powerbombed that guy.
Why'd you lose your temper?
It was ground and pound, and he healed me in the face a couple times. He kept hitting me in the face, and it's dislocating my jaw a little bit. And so I go down on his body so he couldn't heal me, and he tells the referee that I'm knocked out. And those refs in Pride, they hated my guts. They used to always give me yellow cards, and they take 10% of your purse and a point. If the ref was listening to him, they could have stopped the fight. And so I was like, that's it. That's the last straw. He's lying. Like, I fight with honor, and I just lost my temper on him. It's like when I lose my temper, I feel like I get like this adrenaline rush, like an unlimited strength. I try to slam him through the ring. I tried to break the ring.
He didn't even want to sign the contract, man. And he's talking about fake fighters and this and that. He's always been the fakest mother ever lived, man.
I hope I don't get reamed for this, but the eye poke and the other that he pulled when you guys were fighting, do you think he purposely did that?
Oh, the eye poke, 100%. And it was a good eye poke because after the fight,
eye poke.
I was seeing double vision. It's just like, you know, Herb Dean and me have never gotten along, and I think he's also like one of the worst referees that's ever existed. Like, he has too many mistakes at a high level. Great person, like outside of that. I think he's a great person outside of refereeing, but in refereeing, it's just been like me that he's always had these like weird calls. But that was a seriously good eye poke. Like, I should have had a little bit of time to recoup, not and let this guy hug his arms after he just eye poked and then went for a bear hug, you know. But whatever, it's a sport. It happens, you know.
After McGregor pulled out of UFC 303, Dana White posted this video announcing the new main event of UFC 303. And in the background, you can see for a split second the fight order of what appears to be UFC 305, which will be held in Perth, Australia on August 18th. If you zoom in, one half of the main event shows Israel Adesanya. The next fight order shows the name of Song Yadong, followed by Jack Della Maddalena. Earlier in the week, DDP did say he has accepted the fight with Israel Adesanya for UFC 305.
Yeah, for me, I'm in. I'm ready. I've agreed to everything. I'm ready. I want to do it. That's the fight I want. Now, I called him out after winning the belt. And that's the fight the fans want to see. You know, for me, let's just announce this thing. I don't know what's the holdup. I want it to be announced. I want it to go if that's it. You know, I don't know. I've said yes, 100%. I don't know from his side. I don't know what the story is. I don't know what the holdup is. Maybe the UFC is waiting for something. I'm not sure. You know, at the end of the day, I've agreed to it. If they had to phone me today and say we're doing the Sean Strickland second fight, I'll be great. Let's do it. If they say no, we're gonna wait and do the Hamzat fight, great. At the end of the day, people go, why are you not fighting? It's been 6 months, guys. I don't make the fights. I said I'll be ready to fight in May. You know, that's about 4 months after fighting for the belt. I was ready to fight from then on. I just wasn't ready for UFC 300. I don't know how people think this works. Do you just show up and you fight? No, that's not how it works. You know, there's a schedule, there's fights, locations that make sense, fights that make sense. So for me, if we can do 305 in Perth, I would love that. I would love that fight.
In the corner, and I was like, what am I anymore if I'm not this? And I was literally sitting there and like thinking about killing myself, and that exact second I'm like, I'm nothing. I'm like, what do I do anymore? And no one gives a shit about me anymore without that.